back over here at Gnostic New Age Programming in Plain Sight by Shaking My Head Productions. Just pulled this Nicholson 68 clip talking about this movie. It says here, Nick is then told that he will become the perfect integration of human and alien technology. Wow. I mean, just put all that together. The clay and the iron together, the AI enhanced technology, and then throw in the alien. It's from a movie called Signal, I guess. And you're seeing this move from the past to the future, and all this different technology. I'm going to turn this down though. This was really hard to try to talk over that music last time. So yeah, the future is calling. I did not see that movie. All this hybrid stuff, this new creation. You just have to reject Jesus to do it. Look at that. A robotic copy of a human body remotely controlled. Next step is an avatar in which a human brain is transplanted at the end of one's life. You know, I warned people about these robots that this company that this girl was making. They've been at it for a while now, friends of Gordy Rose. An avatar with an artificial brain in which human personality is transferred at the end of one's life. Wow. Oh my goodness. And then their final milestone for this avatar project milestones, a hologram like avatar. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. He's talking about this movie. Can you recall for me the first time you The Signal. I'll turn it up for you. We're not certain what we're dealing with here. If you hear it, you have been chosen. The Signal. So we talked about the alien robotic humanoid. Alien robotic humanoid. Have you ever thought about this as being part of the peace plan with Noahide? And the other thing is subterfuge. Even if they do something, even if they do something where they try to have some type of Palestinian-Israeli signed thing, that's more like a concession than anything. It's not the end goal, it's subterfuge. The actual goal appears to be this one world, one people, one peace, Noahide. Everybody sign on to this new humanity. They're going to depopulate a bunch of people before they do that. But this accepting, knock, 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 let me in, this accepting of when they're ready for it, this piece of technology into your flesh that causes you to become this humanity 2.0 as kind of the end goal stage. It's almost like it feels like Noahide laws are the start of it. And so we've talked about how you have the 70 nations and their representatives are going to sign that. And then you have what is an official covenant, right? You have this official covenant on the table. We've done so many videos talking about that. Please tour the channel because there's tons and tons and tons of videos. And then you have this Antichrist come in, this king of Israel. And I was listening to Rabbi Shapiro today talk about how those that don't sit and watch for their and hope for and acknowledge their coming Mashiach are labeled heretics. Well, under the whole Noahide sub-laws, that's illegal. You're not allowed to disagree with the rabbis. That is a form of blasphemy because they're the closest thing to God, and they even sort of blur those lines. So there's so much more to this peace plan that what you've been led to believe. And then so you have the Antichrist coming in Daniel 9:27, and what does he do? He confirms a covenant. He confirms it. Is he confirming the covenant as a part B, if you will, to the nations of the world that signed up for this thing? In increments. So, the conference will bring about the representatives of 70 nations to the Temple Mount for a sacrifice to reinstate this covenant with what they term as Hashem, the God of this world. It's a big deal. It's a renewal of the covenant, and it comes at a time when such dangers could abound. He's talking about global warming. He's talking about averting a big, huge war. So just all this manipulation. Is this the covenant that is erected? And then your Daniel 9:27, the Antichrist comes, that seal 1 comes, they give him a crown and authority over the planet, and then he confirms that covenant. And well, what does that mean? Well, at some point, every single human being is going to be called in that's going to be here to go under that covenant. So this is just the nations agreeing we will implement this. We're on board. These are the nations to the representatives, the leadership. That's just part 1 of it. Part 2 means that every person on the planet that's going to be here is going to have to go under this and agree. You personally have to reject Jesus and say that Israel is your salvation. That is how serious this is. And if it's not evident in the Noahide laws, then you need to look at the sub-laws, which we've done so many videos talking about. This is more in line with the peace deal. And then the third aspect of it, if you will, is also talked about in Daniel 9:27, and it talks about how he will preempt that covenant, and they're doing all these animal sacrifices, and he'll stop those things, and then he'll say, "I'm God." And everybody else has to worship him and worship this coming robot God entity thing, or they get murdered. You have to agree to this. You have to come underneath this one world religion, this one world, almost like pan-communism theocracy from hell, with Babylon, Rome, and Babylon, Israel together in one. And the point of it is to get mankind to this place of yoking with the machine. Knock, 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 let me in. It's all about this letting go of the old for the new. I mean, those things are all found within Little Nas X's 2 videos. Panini, which I've done videos talking about, you're sandwiched in. You don't have a choice. The future is coming, and you're going to have to be a part of it, or we're going to eliminate you. And then his original song, the cowboy, that old path, old town, whatever. It's all about this letting go of the old and bringing it forward to the future. And Satan is the seducer. And not only is it that he wants to get inside your temple, but he wants to get inside the temple. Just like God is both inside the temple, but he also wants to be in the human temples. Things are getting weird. Things are getting really, really weird. They want to subvert God's truth and plan their own leap forward. Yeah, reverse aging. The drug could help damaged DNA to miraculously repair and even protect from solar radiation. God said that man would attempt to create a heaven on earth that's false, and for man to become God's. Ooh, look at this. Crossed arms. Look, they're all like, we're totally serious about this. We're doing this. That is so creepy. They want to become these AI robot gods. They only care about themselves. And those who don't want to be part of that are going to have to go. And it kind of just all, oh my goodness. It all just goes along with Satan's goal to get man to reject Jesus in the end. That's why they're constantly putting all this stuff in superhero movies, and those are the top grossing movies, and people just really want to get away from what God designed to what Satan has designed. Yeah, Satan is totally coming. When you consider that Trump is putting together these internment camps for the homeless. He did it for the immigrants. Now he's doing it for the homeless, and next it's going to be the conspiracy theorists, the Christians. So, anybody that, because there'll be new Christians that pop up after the church leaves. When pain happens, people run to God. Not all people. Sometimes people just get more mean towards God, but some people run to Him. The solution to homelessness is affordable homes, Yentl added, not further criminalization, punishing poor people for their poverty, sweeping people's sweeping people experiencing homelessness into increasingly unsafe areas, or warehousing people in untenable and unsustainable conditions. See, this is not cool. Trump pushing for a major crackdown on homeless camps in California, with aides discussing moving residents. This is so creepy. To government-backed facilities. Do you think they're going to feed them? Do you really think that these greedy businessmen who only care for themselves, who have signed on to Noahide, who have signed on to a coming murder of the population and the masses, who have yeah, they got plans for you, who want to depopulate the planet, steal your money. Do you really think that they're going to take the time to feed those people? And so if you have people that are already exposed to various infections, you're going to mix people that aren't sick in with them. The goal is not to feed them and take care of them. The goal is to destroy them. That's what you have here. The old has to go away. Look at this. This body has to go in the grave. Her song is Graveyard. This body has to go away so that she can take on and live in this new transhuman form that, that's why she put the blue eye here. This is why the ladder is in front of it. I get that she had to stand on the ladder to paint this, but see how they have it in an actual pyramid form, right? And they put it right in front of over here. She's stooping down over here. They're telling you we're erecting this new transhuman future, and the LGBT proclivities are part of that. She even has like the sparkles of the stardust. I mean, everything that guy was saying about the transhuman alien technology is what she's encapsulating in this painting in her song Graveyard. And then this is actually her for, I guess, the cover art, it looks like, because there's a label. So they put the colors in her hair and everything, and she's got the glitter around her eye. That's for transhumanism. That's for moving into this next phase. And then A01, so what is that, like Android 1 or something? I don't even know. I have no idea. Numbers. There's all these different little numbers and letters together. I tend to wonder if this well, that's another thought for another day. Trans Apocalypse Now has a lot of videos and things that make you go, It's all about bringing everything into union. It's about killing off that which isn't necessary for this planet rebellion and replacing it with a peace plan of transhumanism.